Please be seated. Mr. Secretary, please do the roll call.
Honorable Jocelyn B. Rodriguez, City Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer. For the 1st District Councilors, Honorable Agapito Heriberto G. Swan, Honorable Roger G. Abaday, Honorable J.R. Pascual on official business, Honorable Amy Rose P. Moreno, Honorable Romeo V. Calizo, Honorable George S. Goking, Honorable Jose Pepe S. Abu Jr., Honorable Malvern A. Esparcia. For the 2nd District Councilors, Honorable Ivona Yasin B. Imano, Honorable Maria Lourdes S. Gaani, Honorable Jolene Mercedes El Balaba, Honorable James K. Judith II, Honorable Ian Mark Yunakaya, Honorable Edgar S. Cabanlas, Honorable Christian Rostico M. Achas, Honorable Josette G. Magtahas Daba on official business. For the ex-officio members, Honorable Yan Lam S. Lim, Liga ng mga Barangay President, and Honorable John Michael L. Seno, City SK Federation President. With 2 members on official business and 14 physically present members, Madam Chair, there is quorum.
Quorum is hereby certified. Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Councilor Edgar Cabanlas, you have the floor. Depam, good afternoon, sa ko, kalimot ko. Good afternoon, everybody, councilors, our visitors who are here today, friends from media, and those who are watching us today. Maayong hapon, Cagayanos.
Maayong hapon, usab. Good afternoon, Madam Presiding Officer, and members of the City Council, members of the media, visitors, guests, and the people who are watching us in their respective social platform. Madam Chair, may I move to dispense the reading of the minutes of the previous regular session on July 3 and consider the furnishing thereof to the members as reading itself.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve the minutes of the previous regular session.
Second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
On the special report, there are, as listed, there are only 2, but 2 members of the City Council had intimated that they want also to render a report. So, ang una, Madam Chair, is yours truly. I will be reporting on the presence of naked women and men also in our city streets, thereby reducing our moral values by just watching them and not doing anything. And also these people, while they're waiting at our traffic signs, and once there's a red light the red light is there, they would just approach you and wipe your windows. And if they will not be given, there are many things that may happen to you, to your car. The second reporter would be Councilor James Judith, who will be reporting on the Cagayan de Oro River Boulevard. And the third reporter is Councilor Bernie Esparcia, who will be reporting on the additional historical sites of Cagayan de Oro. And the fourth is our former MIL or Majority Floor Leader, Ian Mark Nakaya, who will be reporting on this ongoing cutting of trees in our Divisoria. So, ako may nauna ani, ha? Oh, yes, Councilor Abaday. For information. Information lang. Okay. So, let's accommodate them, Madam Chair.
Okay.
So, I will be the first reporter.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Secretary, I didn't know that some of these, we have other reporters. Tulura, so karon lang. Okay, hopefully you can advise the office with Mr. Torres in advance para doon sa tay the presiding officer will have the knowledge also kung sa inyong i-report so that it will be very fair for everybody. Yes, Councilor, Attorney, Majority Floor Leader, Attorney, Edgar Cabanlas, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Now, I want this to be short because there are other four members of City Council who will be reporting. A week ago, or around 5 days ago, I was along this Koswagan Highway going to the inner part of the city, and I saw this woman, this lady, totally naked. Nothing covers the body. Now, this is not just a single incident. I've been seeing this the last few months. Not only women but also men, totally naked. I was thinking of getting a picture, but I might be charged with pornography, so I did not dare. Now, Madam Chair, this puts a bad taste on our city. This is a big city, a very a metropolitan city, and in fact a generous city. We have been helping other people in times of crisis, but these few men and women who are walking along the city streets naked, and we cannot do anything. It would seem that we did not follow the principle of the broken windows principle. Small things which you cannot fix, how can you fix these bigger things or bigger issues confronting the city? If you allow this small, if we consider this as a small incident, I don't think we can also solve the other big ones. Now, daghan magod istorya nga ang mga dunay di princess ulo sa ilang lugar ilang dalon dinhi sa ato nakbayan unya agig balos tingali ang ato sa tingaling mga maabot ato si ibalik dito. So diri si basketball of all this deprived of mental health. So di pwede ni nga magpadayon. Nilagi kay tanawon. Children can see them. Men and women can see them. Young and old can see them. Foreigners can see them. Visitors can see them. And we have not, I think we have done something, but the problem is there a permanent program that would stop this kind of activities and incidents that we are watching, Madam Chair? Namo ko din sa ato kanito sa GR Borja, na holding room diha para sa madakpan nga mga dunay diferensya sa ulo. Pero gayuban nila kaniadto sa mga tigulang, kana mga tigulang nga wala na mga tag-iya. Unya pakibot nimo gamay kay nga lugar na imo silang iipon, magsumbagay, pag-away. And then the food, I think, that was made available to them, balik-balik, kana bitong noodles. Uy, kung no noodles, pamahaw panito panihapon, sunod ado, pamahaw panito panihapon, sakitan, tagkiyan na. So, now we have the House of Hope. But the House of Hope, you cannot just force them, we cannot force them to admit mentally ill people. Kaya ka na mga sa House of Hope, ka na mga abandoned children, asa man nato ni sila ibutang. Kisa may mudawat. So there must be a program. There must be a program for this. So I would like to refer this to the Committee on Social Welfare for possible seeking the possible permanent solution to this. Pag kita, des di bisurya di man lingkod, nuhubo, sa pindalan, kita na. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Councilor, Majority Floor Leader, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas. Yes, I would like to call the attention of Councilor Lourdes Gaani. We still have no implementing rules and regulations, and that should be included for those who are in the streets. No, they are included in the ordinance that they will be given shelter and other services. So hopefully we can fast track on the implementing rules and regulations on the ordinance of mental health, comprehensive mental health program. Yes, Councilor Lourdes Gaani, you recognize?
Thank you, Madam Chair. May hapon ka na tanan. Actually, the IRR is already with the local chief executive for
Okay.
signature. As far as Dr. Jamie Lunen, I had a talk with her last 2 weeks ago, and I asked her regarding the updates on the IR. She told me nga for
Nana.
signature ni Mayor, local chief executive.
Thank you very much, Councilor Desgani. Actually, this is a very good program because once the implementing rules and regulations are now approved, then we can proceed. Kaya na may budget for this. Okay, thank you very much. This is a very good report. Majority Floor Leader, Councilor Attorney Edgar Cabanlas. Yes, another report, Majority
Second
Floor
reporter
Leader.
is Councilor James Judith.
Kato ding mga nang kato imong storya katong sa dalan gapang limpyo.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's
Also-
yeah. Proceed.
I mean, I think everybody knows about it. So,
So wala
just
na.
Keep
Refer.
natin ipag-refer dito sa...
Okay, sige. Anyway, Councilor Attorney James Judith, you are recognized.
Sa atong halangdong Vice Mayor Jocelyn Bebot Rodriguez, Majority Floor Leader Council Edgar Cabanlas, ang akong tinahod ng mga kauban sa konseho, atong mga bisita diya sa likod nga bahin diya sa may gallery, mga membro sa prensa, ang atong pinanggang katawan sa dakbayan sa Cagayan de Oro sa inyong tanan. Maupay. Madam Chair, ang River Boulevard kun Boulevard de Oro gisubhan adtong Mayo 26, 2023. O gitambungan gani kato ang mga okasyon gitambungan sa mga kadagkuan sa DPWH. Apil na pod niini ang sekretary nga si Manny Bunoan. Naapod ang mga representante sa embahada sa Japan ug naapod ang mga opisyales o kadagkuan sa Japan International Cooperation Agency kon JICA. Naapod gani si Mayor Rolando Clarix Uy ug si Congressman Rufus Rodriguez. O naapod gani kita adto nga nakaapil uban pod si Majority Floor Leader Council Edgar Cabanlas o si Konsihal Malvern Sparcia. O kung wa po kumasayop nagnaapod dahil dito si Konsihal Lordan Swan. Madam Chair, inani. Congressman, yes, Congressman Lordan Swan na dito. O niya, Madam Chair, ang kining Maong River Boulevard adunay katason nga 2.38 kilometro. O niya, ang sigka boundary niini or approach ang isa naa dinhi sa may pidpid nga bahin sa Jerborha Bridge o sa Picas Tampi naa dinhi sa gitawag nato nga Kauswagan Puntod Kauswagan Bridge. Unya kung mabatayan nato ang official designation gyud sa maong project kay Flood Risk Management Project or FRIM. Sa laktod nga pagkastorya usa ni siya ka dike or dike. Unya mabantayan nato na ay access road ang maong dike. Pero kung imog yung sabayon, dili gid ni siya ingon nga alanganin gid ni siya, dili gid ni siya standard nga access road. At sa atong pagtuon, gidugang lang ni ang access road sa maubali nga project sa pagtuo sa mga nagplano niini nga kani siya makatabang ang access road sa maong dike, makatabang bali sa dagan, sa problema sa dagan sa Tapiko sa kinapusurang bahin sa atong dakbayan. Now, hantod karon, Madam Chair, ang maong boulevard, sirado gyapon sa mga motorista o baka mga sakyanan. Muna nga, kini ang kahigayunan nga akong hangyoon ang TWG nga kung mahimo, himuon na natong permanente nga dili na gyud pasudlan sa mga sakyanan o motorista ang maubali nga boulevard. Kay, maski unsaon nimo, Madam Chair, tungod kay ang sigka approach man, ang sa Jerborha nga approach sa maubaling boulevard o sa puntod nga approach sa maong boulevard, alangani naman daan, wala na subay sa international or standard specifications sa mga inani klase nga feeder road sa mga major nga thoroughfare sama sa Jerborha o sa puntod. So maski unsaon pa ang traffic scheme sa RTA, magkabuhol-buhol gid ang atong traffic. Muna, Madam Chair nga, kung hangyo, maski unsaon pa tuod, maski naapay plano, kulang nilang pag-implementar sa roundabout or gitawag nato nga rotunda sa puntod nga approach, mabulabog gyapon ta kay ang entrada or bukana sa puntod nga approach alanganin na daan. Balusan day nimo sa Jerborha approach alanganin na daan. Ang River Boulevard, Madam Chair, adunay mga linear parks, adunay mga promenades, adunay mga open o green spaces. Gani dili malalis nahimo kining kinaham nga suruyanan sa atong mga kaigsunan dinhi sa dakbayan. Naiga biking, naiga walking, naiga running, naiga jogging. Gani kita nagmaritesta. Kay naintriga punta kinala nahimo na mo siyang obligatory nga moadto gyud basta Cagayanon. So atong giyadtuan. Nakimaritesta, Madam Chair. So gibaybay nato ang maong boulevard og dito sa unahan kamulog kitang baybay na ay tao sa unahan unya nikalit og hunong og nagpakilid. Og ako dayong nagsaksihan nga mao dayong tao ang iya dayong gihimo ni pagbigyan niya iyang kaugalingon og nitubag sa siyang personal nga panginahanglan. Butunta nako siyang sitahon. Apan nasabtan nako ang iyang kahimtang kay ang problema di ay walay pansayan ang maubaling River Boulevard. Walay CR, pansayan. So ang akong hangyo sa TWG nga mo'y gitahasan, nga mo'y maghimo og gabayan nga para sa paggamit sa mong River Boulevard. Nga kung mahimo butangan nato pansayan o baka gitawag nato portalets, mo to pagstorya nako ni Konsehal Abaday ganiya portalets tulo ka buok. Portalet sa Sigka Duluna o Sigka Bukana sa maubali sa Jerborha approach o sa puntod nga approach sa Mong Boulevard. O kang ikatulod ayon nga pansayan, diha sa may tunga-tunga nga bahin sa maubali nga boulevard. Ang River Boulevard, ang isa sa pinakadako, gitawag nato nga patsada o pinakamainungdanon nga landmark sa atong dakbayan. Gidayuhan na kini sa mga bisita o mga turista. Ang ayan nato kini ampingan og atimanon. Kay garbo nato kining tanan ang maong River Boulevard. Dinhi na lang kukutob, Madam Chair, dagang salamat og asdang Cagayan de Oro.
Thank you very much, Councilor Attorney James Judith. So this is referred to the, is there a program for that includes the CR? You think so? Councilor Michael Seno? Wala gyud. Probably you can discuss it in due time para inyong ma-discuss. So refer to the Committee on Infra and Public Utilities of Councilor Romeo Calizo. Okay, Councilor Roger Abaday, you recognize?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Presiding Officer, my colleagues, the 20th City Council, friends, and especially the good reporter. No? Actually, I learned that there is already organized board, no, for the boulevard, and they are now drafting a plan as to the use of that boulevard. So the reporter has mentioned about TWG. I think that's part of their job, no? And I know that they are planning with their gamito na para sa mapaagian og sakyanan or unsa pa uban mga plano. Gani, there are other suggestion nga nasa mga entertainers diya. While the mga walker diya, unsay mga nagadagalakaw diya, medyo malingaw sab. So there are several plans and it's up to the board who will decide, Madam Chair and my colleagues. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Councilor Roger Abaday. Yes, Councilor Bernice Parsa, you recognize?
May nga po, Madam Chair. Dagan salamat. Madam Chair, puslan man nga na istorya na po nato ning duriya sa Boulevard. And I think nanapod karon mga dagan mga projects karon nga ginabuhat na nato labi na pod diri sa Makasandig. Ako lang po gusto i-add, Madam Chair, kay last weekend na medyo nagsuroy-suroy sa ta kay we want to experience. Number one, I agree on that suggestion nga nagi CR, Madam Chair. May maning lalaki, Madam Chair, kay sa ligid raman, talikod raman, sa mga babae, medyo lisod yun. Ikadua po, Madam Chair, I don't know kung saon nato ni, pero akong mabantayan, wala yung kita yung mga basurahan nga dagko. And sometimes sa mga stores, gina-require sila nga na sila basurahan, pero ang problema sa mga parking lots, wala dito. Tanguban ba mamalit, dito ra mukaon abay sa sakyanan, ta dito dayon mabilin. Gwapo kayo mangguni, mintras bag-o pa kayo ang atong mga preani, ang atong mga bridge, atong mga plaza, and since gina-allow naman nato ang mga tao nga mugawas, kay nindot masad magbanding, might as well, Madam Chair, akong utrohon, agree on that portales and CR, ug ikaduha, bisag basurahan, Madam Chair, drum, I don't know, basi galing mag-sponsor matag konsehal na apelido tanan kung pwede buhato na. But what my point here is di lang ta magsalig kung Sige lang sir, kay ingnon magud ta Madam Chair nga okay lang kay paghuman na mo diri na may musunod nga sweeper. Siguro kung kita makita na to, I know na tay ordinance sabihan nga clean as you go. If makita na to nga naida kong basurahan, then I think kita mismo kung makita ta, then kita na mismo ang mulabay, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you very much, Councilor Bernice Parcia. So, garbage bin. Okay? So, the next reporter is Councilor Bernice Parcia. You are recognized.
Ako rin. Again, mayong hapon to our presiding officer, Vice Mayor Bebot Rodriguez. Thank you very much to atong Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Ed Cabanlas. Madam Chair, ako lang po ning dalion kay napatay ban mga special reporters. Last Friday, we had our special session to submit a resolution recognizing the official list of the historical and cultural properties of Cagayan de Oro. And it was considered as urgent. And I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 El Pueblo, nga Heroes Monument, Gaston Park, Golden Friendship Park, Jose Rizal Monument, and Cagayan de Oro Waterworks Tank. And I'm happy, Madam Chair, sa naitabo ni Ani, kaya akong giunahon na nga, seryoso bagid ka ang dakbayan sa Cagayan de Oro to preserve these historical and cultural properties sa Cagayan de Oro. Why? Because prior to our, on that the same week, Madam Chair, prior to our special session, I saw a post of Mr. Ray Bulyosos, a very known Cagayanon historian and also a good friend of mine, of the pictures of the damages. Actually, kanang makita ninyo, kanang fence sa City Central School. Let me quote his post sa Facebook. Ingon siya, "That fence is more than just a collection of panels and names. It represents the collective efforts and contributions of Cagayanons who believe in the importance of education and community development. The wall stood as a testament to their generosity and commitment to the youth back in the day." He added, Madam Chair, "The destruction of the fence denies future Cagayanons to preserve a tangible link to our past, a connection to the values and aspiration of those who came before us. It serves as a reminder of the unity and shared purpose that defined our community during the 1950s, especially the benefactors who helped materialize the project. If we allow them to destroy the fence, we destroy its historical significance, and without the intervention of the Historical Commission, we are taking the risk of losing an essential part of our Cagayanon cultural heritage. They risk losing the opportunity to pass down the stories and values it represents to future generations." Again, kanang atong gipakita karon diri, Madam Chair, dugay na kay na nga mga nga fence sa City Central. Kung asa grabe ng history niya na. Ang ako lang gikabalakan sa post na ini-comment. Ingon siya, once government na kinahanglan na pwede na gubaon. Once dili titulado sa private property, pwede na nga gubaon o gimoong public highway or any government authority. Suminto siya nag-comment, Madam Chair, medyo wala na siya pakialaman ng historya ng mga walls diya. Sa sa Republic Act number 10066 or gitawag na National Cultural Heritage Act of 2009, nag-ingon, "In the pursuit of cultural preservation as a strategy for maintaining Filipino identity, this act shall pursue the following objectives." Kanilang letter A daan, to protect, preserve, conserve, and promote the nation's cultural heritage, its property and histories, and the ethnicity of local communities. I heard over the radio sa interview, ang principal niingon lang, kung naguba na ko, mag-sorry lang ko. The historical property sa dakbayan, before ka na gubaon, kinahanglan ka na og consultation sa atong City Heritage and Study Center o sa atong City Historical Commission, kay kanang korala, parte ka na sa atong historical property of great cultural significance. Madam Presiding Officer, ako mismo, dili ko lumad nga Cagayanon. When I transferred here in Cagayan de Oro City year 1997, I saw a booming city. But I'm sure everybody nga naminaw karon would agree. Sa dakbayan sa Cagayan de Oro karon daghan nagyud kaayo na muyo karon nga dili nagyud lumad nga Cagayanon. But pero tungod ba ni ana ato na lang kalimtan ang history sa dakbayan sa Cagayan de Oro? Kalimtan na lang nato ang kanindot sa kasaysayan sa syudad. As a representative of the people of Cagayan de Oro City, it is my duty to shed light on the pressing issue at hand. Ang issue nga, the potential erosion of our heritage which can certainly lead to a historical ignorance among our fellow citizens. Kabalo ko, Madam Chair, katong atong gideclare, pila na to kabuok, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This morning, I asked our Secretary, si Boss Torx, about sa mga, nabay mga ordinansa pa, nga uban pa nga, nahimo natong historical gapon ng mga properties. Nakurat ko, Sir Torx, nga naman mo na ordinansahan, pero wala naman nato ni nailhi. Ano ba? Ang pagpreserbar sa kasaysayan, dili lamang usa ka aesthetic nga paningkamot, kini usa ka inungdanon nga aspeto sa pagmintinar sa pagkatao sa usa ka lungsod o syudad. Kung atong pasagdan ang pagpreserbar ni ini nga mga bahandi, I consider it as bahandi, atong giandam ang dalan alang sa paglimot kung asa tagikan. Madam Chair, gani dili lang kana. Next month, August would be our fiesta month. Even before I was not yet a councilor, I saw how our LGU celebrate our fiesta since I was in the media for almost 20 years. Nabantayan po nato, Madam Chair, nga nagkawala na sa atong pagpreserba sa atong local culture and also local culture and the arts. Sa atong pagsaulog sa atong fiesta, gikinahanglan nga atong hatagan o pasidungog ang atong mga gigikanan. Ipabilin nga buhi ang mga tradisyon, hilabi na sa atong mga tribong higaonon. Mr. Chair, 1/4 na siguro ko nga higaonon, po dili man ko Cagayan de Oro, sa Claveria man ko because my lola is a pure higaonon in Claveria. Munang medyo nalipay ko nga majority sa atong tribo diri sa Cagayan de Oro higaonon. Now, if you will ask me unsaon, by infusing our events with the essence of our local culture, we ensure that our identity remains vibrant and that our heritage stands the test of time. Bisan pa og modern na takaron, apan sama sa ubang syudad, wala gayud gikalimtan ang mga nag-una nga mga tribo. We visited bag-o lang sa Davao City. We visited their museum. Sa Davao City, nay Kadayawan. Og ilang gipreserba ang ilahang pila ka bukto ka tribo? 7 ka tribo. Sa Bukidnon naay kaamulan. Bisa palag na nata modern na takaron but still napaghihapon nagpabilin og bida gihapon ng ilang mga tribo. Even ang ilahang mga beauty contest wala gyud mibiya sa ilang gigikanan. Walay problema ang modernization, Madam Chair. Kay diya mangyud ta padulong. But our local culture and arts are not relics of the past but living entities that shape our present and inspire our future. They define who we are as a people, instilling in us a sense of pride, belonging, and unity. My prayers with S, Madam Chair. Una, first, to call the members of the City Cultural and Historical Commission or HISCOM to review their tasks and duties and to update us sa ilang mga challenges and where are we now on the preservation of our historical landmarks and including our local culture, people, etc. And second, Madam Chair, my prayer is to pass a resolution authored by all the councilors ensuring that our Fiesta Month will have platforms for promoting and preserving our cultural heritage by incorporating traditional dances, music, and art exhibitions that reflect our indigenous roots. Let us invite our Igaunon tribes to take part, allowing them to share their wisdom, stories, and rituals with us. And also, let us celebrate our traditional cuisine during these events. I know na atay Cagayanon gayud na mga cuisine nga medyo nalimtan na nato. Madam Chair, in conclusion, despite the forces of global modernization, let us cherish, preserve, and promote our local culture. Let us not forget our heritage and our history, for they are our precious treasures that deserve our utmost attention and support. By doing so, we ensure that the essence of Cagayan de Oro will continue to shine brightly amidst the ever-changing currents of the world. Mabuhay ang tradisyon, kultura, at sining ng Cagayan de Oro. Daghang salamat.
Thank you
Madam
very
Chair.
much, Councilor Bernice Parcia. Any comment? Short, okay? Okay, please, go ahead.
Salamat, Madam Chair. Salamat po, Councilor Malvern Spasa, nga bungat nimo ang bawang mga isyu. Kabalo ko nga ang tinubdan sa imong special report o sa ka Mr. Ray Bolioso Sanchez, mo gyapon nang iyang giingon kanako ug ako na siyang gitambagan kabahin sa mga probisyon sa RA 10066. So inani, gani kung kabahin pod sa ang atong pagka kaning lumad, usag gyapon ako kalumad, Madam Chair or Councilor Esparza, kay tungod sa akong kaliwat base sa akong inahan, gani kabalo ba gani ko maglinubad nga istoryahan, bari kay kabisko kay kalibutan pa kini, mo nang but pasabot sa mga lumad. So ina nila, ang ako lang, Madam Chair, og dala na lang pod sugyot kay bungat naman ni Councilor Malvern Sparcia nga ako nang gisuginlan si Mr. Sanchez, Ray Bolioso Sanchez, nga kung mahimo maghimo silang inventaryo sa mga historical sites o takatong mga butang o mga lugar dinhi sa atong dakbayan nga tagaan natog bili og ato dayon ipasa dito sa atong HISCOM o ang HISCOM na dayon mo'y mag-endorse dito sa NHCP bali sa ato sa National Agency kabahin sa kasaysayan sa atong nasod. Kay gani katong gipangbungat ni Councilor Sparsa, pwede pa ganito dugangan, dili lang ang kanang coral diya sa City Central, kundi ang mga gabaldon buildings nga nasa City Central, napod sa Ipunan, napod sa Kugman. Napod ang statwa ni Colonel Apolinar Velez nga naa mismo sa sulod gyud, usa ka kanang entrada gyud sa administration building sa MOGS. So ang ina na lang. Morning, dala na lang pod hangyo, himo ko ni nga plataporma nga kung mahimo Mr. Sanchez kay ikaw magyud ang aduna gyud kaikag nga gusto nimo ibungat ni dinhi sa wanan sa atong konseho nga mahimo ba nga sugdan nimo ang paghimo sa inventaryo ihatag sa ihatag sa HISCOM aron kami na dayon ni Councilor Malvern Spasio ug ang tibok konseho magpasalig kanimo nga among paluapon aron mabutangan or mahimuan nato og tukma nga ordinansa kabahin ani kabutang. Daghang salamat, Madam.
Thank you very much. Councilor Roger Abaday, you recognize? Also short.
Thank you very much once again. No? Ako lang yung i-clarify to, just to remove my ignorance. Ako taga-Cagayanon magig ko, akong naibawaan kanag yung mga building diya kalabi ng Gavaldon. Tuugig ko nga do sa historical edifice, no. Mangutan ako sa good reporter kung kanang imong subject sa imong special report kanang fence diya. Kay akong na-obserbahan, kapila naman nag-renovate. Appeal ba na siya? Na-record ba na as one of the historic fence, wall, or edifice sa atong historical commission din sa Cagayan de Oro? Kay halos tanang schools karon ga-improve sa ilang surroundings. Katong karaan pa, gipang-renovate. So, I'm asking if that is part of our historical edifice din sa Cagayan de Oro kanang gipangguba.
Is this the first renovation, Guba? Is this the first? Dili ka sure.
Madam Chair, thank you. I want to be honest, Madam Chair, wala mong ko'y connection with the Historical Commission. Ang ako ra yung direct information was si Mr. Ray Boliosos. According to him, that was more than 50 years na dia, Madam Chair. But on the in fairness on that question kung narehistro ba, dili ko kabalo ko unsay style on registering kung part ba ni sa historical
Okay.
o sa mga heritage nato
Okay.
diri sa dakbayan sa Cagayan de Oro, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, this offense, no, what makes it important and significant, because those who were able to contribute way back, 1950s, naka-record yun ni ang mga ngalan sa mga tao nga nag-contribute sa aning offense. So, that is one reason why this is very significant. Wala na sila karon yet. Yet na ang ilang pangalan. who helped have this, build this fence. Yes, Councilor Attorney Joy Abu?
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I just had a conversation with a member of the Historical Commission who is present at the back. And he said to me that this fence, because I thought before, if my memory serves me right, murag gi-renovate niya siya sometime early 2000. If I'm not mistaken as well, it was funded, kung wa po kumasayop, by Senator Aquilino Pimentel. Kung wa po kusayop. But when I had this conversation with the member of the Historical Commission sa atong city, he said to me that this fence is part of the history of Cagayan de Oro, because there is an evidence which they had, just recently had, that shows that during the construction of this fence, the date of the receipt is still 1953. No? 1953. So, kung karon lugar, ma-part siya sa historical na to, this more than 50 years. And if I just like to add, Madam Chair, as to the comment, as to the passing of the resolution, that i-incorporate na tong historical commission, mga historical na to, nga mga ethnicity sa Cagayan de Oro, that is a very good opinion as well. But if we will try to impose it now, probably it would be difficult for the organizers since nakaplastar naman ang fiesta activities. But if kung masingit, all the better. Pero it depends with the organizers and with the Committee on Tourism kung masingit pa sa lugar.
Are you referring to the Higaonon?
I think that was
Higaonon.
the
Yeah.
gist of the report of the good reporter.
Higaonon. For
Yeah,
yeah.
Maya kung kayo nga ma-showcase na siya atong ethnicity
Yeah.
dari. But hopefully kung makaya lang na sa lugar masingit, but as far as I know, murag naka-line up na po tanan activities sa fiesta activities. So I do not know kung masingit ba or kung masingit labing maayo. That would be all, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. So the fence should not be destroyed. No, our educators also have to think that dili man na ila, that is owned by the government, and they should also ask permission og naa manggaling. And I don't think they do not know what's the history of that fence. Kaya daghan gyud nagreklamo ana. Hopefully sila mangangayo sab og kanang pagtugot, dili lang diretso pagguba. And regarding with Higaonon, I'm starting with my workshop with Higaonon, and we will be giving them importance because part of our heritage is we are Higaonon, to be honest. No, diha kita nagikan. Most of us, no, our lolo and lola, mga Higaonon gyud. Anyway, if this cannot be included, time is the essence, then perhaps the next any affair for the next event, this can be what you call this, can be included. Yes, Councilor Michael Seno, you recognize?
Thank you so much, Madam Presiding Officer. Good afternoon to everybody, to the members of the 20th City Council, friends of the media, and fellow Cagayanons. I see the importance of the report of the good councilor from 1st District, Councilor Bernie, sa punto sa pag-showcase sa ato ang mga talento, no? Labi na sa hisgutanan sa mga higaunon lugar, nga pagpaabot nga diha ta nagikan, bale, ang hisgutan. However, Madam Presiding Officer, ako devil's advocate na po ko, no? Fiesta celebration should, dapat atong mindset is that we praise Senior San Agustin. Maybe somehow we could think of showcasing the talents or the ethnicity of Higaunon during the Charter Day celebration. Kay, for me, usahay malihis na nato ang ato ang mindset nga this is fiesta celebration. This is in honor of the patron saint Agustin. No? Kana lang na punto, Madam Presiding Officer, hopefully dito sa paglabay sa committee madiskusan gyud na.
Yeah. Okay.
When to gusto nato nga pabibuhon? Is it on Charter Day or will focus sa kapistahan ni Senior San Agustin? focus lang kita dito, sayaw ba ka ang sinawan para sa Senior Agustin, and kana lang ako ang komento, Madam Presiding Officer, no? Salamat kayo.
Okay, thank you very much, Councilor Michael Sena. How about the rodeo? Is that connected with San Agustin? So we have a series of activities for everybody to enjoy. And why not with Hagao, no? So ako lang ang on point of view. Yes, Councilor Gurley, Balaba, you recognize?
Yes, thank you, and good afternoon, Madam Chair, for the information of everybody. As the co-chairperson of the street dancing activity for the 2023 Higalaay Festival, the street dancing committee has already enumerated the categories or the criteria for the street dancing na i-hold. It should be Higaunon themed. So,
okay.
rest assured na ay dili na siya unlike last year na medyo Rio man to, no? Rio.
Brazilian.
Yeah. Karon higaunon kanang cultural na gyud.
Okay. Thank you very much. That is a very good, for me, it is a very good program with the street dancing, giving importance to our forefathers. Yes. One more, last. Okay, Councilor Bernie Esparsha.
Madam Chair, thank you. Nalipay kay ko atong gingon ni Konsyala Balaba. Tama po ang gingon ni Councilor Joey Abo nga medyo layo naman ta kay nanay kuan.
Pero na naman.
Oh, nana. Tapos tama also on the point on the Saturday supposed to be dapat diya pod kung pwede both fiesta og Saturday. My point lang gyud, Madam Chair, more gid akong gusto. Dili man kinahanglan gyud nga naagyoy para lang gyud sa tribo sa Higaunon. I just want lang nga nalang gyud connect ba. When we celebrate festivals, nalang gyud connect. Let me see Miss Cagayan de Oro nga nagpictorial nga nakailis og Higaunon. That would be enough. Dili naman kailangan nga kuan lang
Pero mas gwapo
natay
itong
connect.
ilang street dancing.
Exactly. Oh, even our kumbira. Okay ra man ta magkuan og mga food other than
So,
okay.
what other,
pero
activities?
dili na to walaon nga nagyap dapat
Give emphasis.
nagyati kuan nga
Yes,
ano
yes.
ba kanang ako lang is not necessarily a whole
Okay.
thing for it, but at least nalay connect, Madam Chair.
Yeah, but I'm
Salamat.
still very thankful to Councilor Gurley Balaba for this Higaunon. Yeah, actually, me and Congressman Ruben, we started with workshop, Higaunon workshop. So to give importance also to where we come from. Yes, Councilor, Majority Floor Leader, Councilor Attorney Edgar Cabanlas.
Wa mo kusugad ka kadumdum sa pista nga walay theme nga Higaunon. Halos man kada fiesta na kana. Kung nakadto ka mo sa atong Miss Cagayan de Oro talent competition, katunga na sagol-sagol. So na kana hindi kita na malimot kay sa aesthetics may kayo plus ang substantial value may so daghang gagamit na napay mga Maranaw kay kung imong madumduman the original people Cagayan de Oro are Maranaw, not the Muslim. So hindi sila nato limtan sila.
Okay.
Naman po na sila diya.
Yes.
Og sa talent competition I think last Friday or last Saturday. Last Saturday we were there. You were there. Di ba ni mga
Dito
higaw
ka?
dito? Managya po. So I think there's no problem on that.
Okay, thank you very much. So let's proceed. The next speaker, Councilor, yes,
Oh, Ayan.
Councilor Ayan Magnacaya, you recognize?
Incidentally, Madam Presiding Officer, my special
Okay.
report is directly related to the special report of Councilor Bernie,
Okay.
which he spoke on heritage and the historical value of our concrete fence in the city central. And just arriving this session hall, I was texted by friends, actually two, who witnessed the cutting of trees in Magsaysay Park. And according to the link that I was provided, that it's more than 50 years old trees that were cut. And of course, there were justifications coming from the remarks of some Facebook users that these trees have roots that may not be favorable to the new design of the Magsaysay Park. However, there are regulations that are supposed to be followed, Madam Presiding Officer. I am not against with the cutting of trees for as long as, according to law, that is Republic Act 10593, that we only cut trees which are already can cause hazard to life and property. And secondly is it's already very old that it cannot sustain life to its own. That's allowed by the law. We cut trees and we do tree planting in lieu of the cutting of trees. But it's different when we are talking about heritage. That's why Councilor Esparcia is very high-spirited, even though that he is not a Cagayanon by blood and by birth, but listening from him would make us think, Cagayanons who were born in Cagayan de Oro, that we should stand by our heritage. And of course, heritage, trees, infrastructures, edifice, and all are our inheritance from our forefathers. That's why we value them, Madam Presiding Officer. So, two things that we would like to have an effect on our special report, Madam Presiding Officer. First is to be referred to the Committee on Environment to perhaps facilitate the inventory of our heritage trees. Second, Madam Presiding Officer, is we would like to know as to what would be the next action of those designers. Whether there is in the pipeline a plan to plant more trees and how many of them, where these trees are planned to be planted, because we feel very strongly kay nagkainit na ba ang issue sa
Correct.
sa environment and biodiversity. What happened in the Philippines is interlinked to the happenings in other countries as well. And even in the modern countries, grabe na sad ang ilang paningkamot, pero kung unsay epekto sad nila dito, mo sad gid gyapon ato dinhi sa Pilipinas. A little contribution perhaps, Madam Presiding Officer. That would go upon taking obligation and responsibility from the accountable personnel or company, Madam Presiding Officer. We also account to our ordinance on the promotion and rehabilitation of our environment by way of having a campaign and implement strongly the provisions of the ordinance. Unsa to kang Councilor Arbor Day, na-implement ba na siya ang Arbor Day sa tree planting day sa tanan? So, kinsa ba'y involved, ana?
Okay.
We would like to know. And how are these implemented?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. The tree was cut. Why? What, do you know why they cut this 100 years old tree?
There is no explanation, Madam Presiding Officer.
What was put there? Gano giputol man?
But the comments,
The one in Divisoria.
yeah. Then,
Wala pa siguro nagiputol in town.
naputol,
Naputol yun?
clear. I cannot show it.
Ay, kaya nakasirado man.
No. It's really
Ha?
all the trees were cut.
All?
All.
How many trees?
I don't know.
Pwede naman ito na-preserve, di ba no? Anyway,
Putol.
Anyway,
Same be referred to the Committee
of
on
course,
Environment.
Committee on Environment. I have been on advocacy of tree planting before. When I first year, I was a barangay chair, Tanawa ang Nazaret, tagas ng kahoy, patay good kung putlo ng kahoy. Sige, go ahead. Councilor, Majority Floor Leader, Councilor Edgar Cabanlos.
Ako lang ikuan kay dito ra ba ko sa I think many of us were present when there was a groundbreaking and we heard the mayor instructing the contractor not to cut trees.
Di ba, dili man to ikat?
O mo man ang
I do not know. I want to,
mayor.
I want to remember nga dili putlon.
Ang akong katanaw diya, basin ka ng mga trees bitaw nga parang Jimilina, yung inana bitaw o nga klase nga kahoy. But I think the mayor was clear on his groundbreaking speech that
Yes, I still remember. Mo
that,
bitaw
we
na
should
nangutan ako.
preserve the
Asa?
trees.
Din, murag na
Kaya pa mga
iputlo.
dito gitudlo kasi
Oh.
that is my comment.
Okay, sige. I hope you can check on that Committee on Environment. Yes, the next reporter. Councilor Roger Abaday, you recognize?
Thank you very much. This is not a special report, but this is a sort of acknowledgement for the presence of our visitors. They are law students from Xavier University, CDO, and I think Bukidnon University. They are here now in the gallery to witness our proceedings, part of their law subject, I think administrative or constitution. So may I request the honorable council, members of council that he should be recognized for the presence. And one of these student is the son of our secretary.
Oh, okay. Good
Can you
afternoon,
please
visitors, no?
please stand for those
Yes, sama.
visitors,
Majority Floor Leader, you have the floor.
25 law students.
Ana, Sir Tarts.
Ano man ni pulos lalaki?
Appeal ka, PG, uy.
Ha?
GP.
Walay chicks. So you want the photo ops here?
Okay, we'd like to welcome you to our session.
Move to
Move for recess.
Okay.
For recess.
To recess.
for austerities for these students.
Okay, you're welcome. Appeal ka, JP. Appeal na ka. Sa ila. Yeah. So, asay mo anak ka na, Sir Torts? Ana, Sir Torts. Guy na, nakiabugado, Sir Torts. Welcome. Alin mo, councilors. JP, ano ka na? Lison ba na? Lison? Ako ni Sigo pa. Ay, sir, bakit tayo pakuan? O, amon din yan. Sigo po din eh. Nag-look sa ako. Oh, ba't kita? Okay. Third year, no? Fourth. Yeah, and fourth year. Good luck, ha? Good luck. Study hard. Be a lawyer. Again, good luck, ha? Good luck sa exam, ha? Okay. Ina sa Attorney Regine. Mag-sleep ko. Ako pa ito, pasar mo ka na. Sir Tarts. Project Having Session resume. Punta ba, before we start, we acknowledge already our visitors, Councilor Roger Abaday. Dapat na-acknowledge na sila pag-start sa atong session. Okay, thank you. So, Council Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Councilor Edgar Cabalas, you have the floor.
So we go to the business of the day. Item number 1, Turks.
Item number 1 is
One
proposed
and
resolution number 20 for omnibus approval, item 1 and item 2.
2. Yes.
Item 1 is proposed resolution number 2023-430, returning to the Barangay Council of Barangay Mambuaya, the city, its ordinance number 02-S-2023 series of 2023, covering its supplemental budget number 1 for CY 2023 with an estimated income of 772,520 pesos and 67 centavos. Item 2 is proposed resolution number 2023-431, returning to the Barangay Council of Barangay Bisigan, the city, its ordinance number 1-S-2023 series of 2023, covering its annual budget for CY 2023 with an estimated income of 4,119,408 pesos. With the information that said ordinances are operative in their entirety. Committee sponsors are the Committee on Barangay Affairs and Committee on Laws and Rules.
Madam Chair, may I request that Councilor Alam Lim be recognized?
Councilor Alam Lim, you are recognized.
Hello. Madam Chair, Vice Mayor Bibot Rodriguez, ug akong mga kauban, may hapon sa tanan. Everything is in order. I move for the approval of proposed resolution 2023-430, 2023-431.
Any second?
Second.
Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Number 3, proposed resolution number 2023-432, returning to the Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay 35, the city, its resolution number 5, series of 2023, covering its supplemental budget for CY 2023 with an estimated income of 89,693 pesos and 40 centavos, with the information that said resolution is operative in its entirety. May I request, Madam Chair, that Councilor Seno be recognized?
Councilor Michael Seno, you're recognized.
Considering that is gone to the local finance committee, so move for its approval.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item number 4, a move to approve on second and final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item number 4, omnibus motion 4 and 5. Pwede ba ni?
Pwede na, sir? Lahilayan lang, sir?
Sige, line lang, sige.
Item number 4 is proposed ordinance number 2023-250, authorizing Honorable City Mayor Rolando A. Uy, representing the city government of Cagayan de Oro, to enter into and sign the terms of partnership annual operational plan calendar year 2023 with the Department of Health Center for Health Development Northern Mindanao, represented by its Regional Director Dr. Jose R. Yacona Jr., MD, MPH, CISO 3, covering the management and implementation of the Universal Health Care Act and the 2023 to 2025 Local Investment Plan for Health, LIPH, under the terms and conditions stipulated therein. Committee sponsors are the Committee on Health, Nutrition and Health Insurance, and Committee on Laws and Rules.
Madam Chair, may I request that Councilor Maria Lourdes Gaani be recognized?
Councilor Lourdes Gaani, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2023-250.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Number 5, proposed ordinance number 2023-251, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Rolando A. Uy, representing the city government of Cagayan de Oro, to enter into and sign the memorandum of agreement with Xavier University Ateneo de Cagayan, represented by its president, Father Mars P. Tans, SJ, covering the collaboration of the parties for the exchange of healthcare and educational resources under the terms and conditions stipulated therein. May I request, Madam Chair, that Councilor Mercedes Balaba, Gurley.
Councilor Gurley Mercedes Balaba, you're recognized.
Yes, I move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2023-251.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item number 6, Clerk.
Item number 6, proposed ordinance number 2023-252, appropriating the sum of 1,062,496 pesos and 24 centavos from the continuing appropriation annual budget CY 2019 non-office economic services sector land acquisition expropriation to be made available for the full payment of the claim for just compensation of the improvements buildings of the herein specified claimants which were affected by the 10-meter wide proposed road from the National Highway towards Tablon Hospital Infirmary Facility located in Barangay Tablon, this city, and for this purpose authorizing the Honorable City Mayor to sign the corresponding deeds of absolute sale thereof, to wit, property owners Jimmy Naelga, tax declaration number G-031328 with an appraised value of 65,805 pesos and 30 centavos. 2. Ponciano Tidlos, tax deck G-031326, appraised value of 9,027 pesos and 22 centavos. Lilia Ikat, G-031325, 9,055 pesos and 20 centavos. Jennifer R. Silador, G-346385, the amount of 182,927 pesos and 39 centavos. 5. Jennifer R. Silador, G-346384, 257,505 pesos and 87 centavos. Dennis P. Raffles, tax deck G-260272, in the amount of 34,400 pesos. Number 7, spouses Joselito C. Bacolod and Cristina N. Bacolod, tax deck G-406097, the amount of 361,331 pesos and 28 centavos. 8. Edgar B. Novino Jr., tax deck G-406100, the amount of 40,968 pesos and 27 centavos. 9. Marcelindo M. Labandero, tax deck G-406099, in the amount of 53,041 pesos and 69 centavos. 10. Vincent Benvenido Sr., tax deck G-406098, in the amount of 48,434 pesos and 2 centavos. Committee sponsors, Committee on Subdivision and Land and State, Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, and Committee on Laws and Rules.
May I request, Madam Chair, that Councilor Abu, PP Abu.
Councilor Attorney Joey Abu, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Move for the approval of the said ordinance number 2023-252.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item 7, Clerk.
Item 7 is proposed ordinance number 2023-253, amending ordinance number 13114-2016 entitled An Ordinance Appropriating the Sum of 1,782,262 pesos and 28 centavos from the continuing appropriation for CY 2015 non-office land acquisition expropriation to be made available for the full payment of the claim for just compensation including documentation and registration expenses, a portion of the lot owned by the Torre de Oro Development Corporation covered under lot number 5898-C with TCT-137-2015-000878 with an area of 2,223 square meters, described as lot number 5898-C-3-A, which was affected by the existing 12-meter wide Bayabas Road, this city, and for this purpose authorizing Honorable City Mayor to sign the corresponding deed of absolute sale thereof, so as to change therein the described lot number 5898-C-3-A2, lot number 5898-C-6, as reflected in the approved subdivision plan of lot 5898-C, PSD-10-034153, dated February 23, 2018. Committee sponsors, Committee on Subdivision and Land Estate, and Committee on Laws and Rules.
Councilor Abada is requested, Madam Chair, to be recognized.
Councilor Roger Abada, you're recognized.
Thank you very much, Majority Floor and Madam Chair. I move to approve the proposed ordinance 2023-253 for approval.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Number 8, proposed ordinance number 2023-254, approving the preliminary subdivision development plan of Sercon Condominium Project, 14 floors, residential condominium building located at Balulang, the city, with an area of 28,974 square meters, containing 363 units under PD 957 as applied for by A. Brown Company Incorporated, represented by Ms. Joylene Magadan, subject to the conditions imposed by the City Housing and Urban Development Department and the City Engineer's Office, both of the city. Move for its approval, Madam Chair.
Any second? Any manifestation? Yes, Councilor Amy Moreno, you recognize.
Yes, maayong hapon, Vice Mayor Jocelyn Bebot Rodriguez, and of course ako ang mga kauban sa 20th City Council, and of course to our guests, maayong hapon. It's just a clarification, Madam Chair, no? Regarding the attachment J, page 99, from the transmittal sheet from the City Engineering's office. It says here that this application shall be returned to the good office, meaning a requirement of the drainage certificate from the LGU should be submitted, but I cannot seem to find that certificate. So it's
Appendix J,
page
page
99. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, the drainage system, drainage plan would be submitted during the application for development permit. This is just a locational clearance. Preliminary. The certification required is that this area is good for this construction.
so wala pa ng sugod
Wala pa. Including the detailed engineering plan and the drainage system will be.
included. So are you okay, Councilor Amy? Okay, thank you very much, Majority Floor Leader, Councilor Attorney Edgar Cabanlas. Let's proceed. No, second pa muna.
Second pa.
Yes, any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Number 9, proposed ordinance number 2023-255, approving the development permit of Navuna Court Subdivision Project located in Barangay Lumbia de City with an area of 16,000 square meters, 144 square meters, containing 166 lots under PD 957 as applied for by the John Dorf Ventures Corporation, represented by its permits and licenses supervisor, Sofia L. Roque, subject to the compliance of the conditions imposed by the City Housing and Urban Development Department and the City Engineer's Office. May I request Councilor Joey Abu to sponsor this?
Councilor Attorney Joey Abu, you recognize.
Thank you again, Madam Citing Officer. Move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2023-255.
When is second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second. Second. Any objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
For inclusion, Madam Chair, item 10 and 11, may I remove for the inclusion of these items?
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried. Okay. Councilor Roger Abaday, yes?
A resolution for appreciation with regards to the donation of 57 radio handheld to the city, to RTA. Huawei of Shuma,
Wawi of Shoma.
the first name of Huawei is
Wawawi.
Anthony of Shuma. It was already accepted during the flag raising, no, by the city, honorable city mayor.
Okay.
A token appreciation. Thank you very much.
Okay. Majority Floor Leader?
Yes, that would be item 12. A resolution of appreciation to Mr. Antonio Pshima. So, item 10, I think the recommendation of Councilor Sparcia about the passage of that ordinance, can we just refer that to the committee so that we will not be preempting the committee?
Then you have to complete the listing that will be included in the cultural heritage. So nakalista because kulang man gid na. So that will be a very good kumapun-am.
About the fiesta?
About the fiesta. Okay, about the fiesta.
Yeah, let's just refer that to Councilor J because Councilor J. Pascual is the chairman of the Fiesta Committee.
Okay, sige, okay. Thank you.
Para dito na. Okay. So item 10, Turks, taas mo ni.
Item 10, proposed ordinance number 2023-256, authorizing Honorable City Mayor Rolando A. Uy, representing the City Government of Cagayan de Oro, to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement, MOA, with the Department of Agriculture, RFO-10, DE-10, represented by its Regional Executive Director, Carlin C. Culiado, CPA. National Irrigation Administration, represented by its Acting Regional Manager, Engineer Armando E. Arizala, and Highly Urbanized City Agricultural and Fishery Council, represented by its Chairman, Mr. Roldan B. Maglunsud, covering the establishment of a city-led agriculture and fisheries extension system, CAFES, in the city of Cagayan de Oro, under the terms and conditions stipulated therein.
The author here is Mayor Clarix. Move, unanimously move,
Any second? Objection?
and unanimously seconded.
Nawala ko. Okay. Any objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Number 11, proposed ordinance number 2023-257, creating the Special Health Fund as a trust fund account of the City Government of Cagayan de Oro pursuant to Republic Act 11223, otherwise known as the Universal Health Care Act, and for this purpose, authorizing the City Treasurer to open a trust fund account for SHF at any branch of the Land Bank of the Philippines in the city. Unanimously moved, Madam Chair.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Wala na. There being no other matters to take up.
Akan kuan, wawawi.
Oh, Roger. Oh, yes. Sorry. Tingnan yung discuss siya. The motion,
Thanking.
can we request
Yes, Councilor Roger Abaday. Yes, please. You are recognized.
to state the
Move
motion?
to approve the resolution expressing thanks and commendation to Mr. Anthony of Shuma, no? Huawei of Shuma, for donating 57 radio handheld to the RTA.
Any
City Government.
second?
Second.
Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried. Where is Councilor Ayan Mark Nakaya?
Comfort room.
Comfort room? So he's not included in the adjourn? Okay, proceed.
There being no other matters to tackle, session adjourned.
Session adjourned. God bless us all.